Thanks for tuning in to Ball Facts Radio at 88.8. We've got some breaking news. The general manager and the coach for the Charlotte Hornets says that LaMelo Ball is not going to get many minutes. Let's listen to the GM first.
All right, good evening. Thank you, Mike. Obviously, by now, you know, we drafted LaMelo Ball with the third pick. And there may not have been a lot of excitement, as to who the top three picks were.
There was definitely excitement about the pick that you got. What's the capping for? All right, let's get back to this interview.
Quite frankly, there were more than three players we considered with the third pick. Having said that, going into the draft this evening, we did not know who would go first, second, or third. We're happy, very happy, that LaMelo Ball was there when we drafted number 3.
Of course. He's
a very young, talented player who plays the kind of pace that we like to play. He has a flair to his game that, maybe has some entertainment to it, more so than some other players. Having said that, that's not why we drafted him.
Don't act like that didn't have anything to do with it.
We drafted him because of his size, his length, the way he can handle the ball, the way he pushes the ball. Obviously, at 19 years old, we feel there's a lot of upside there. So we're very excited. Now, he is 19, and he's going to come onto a team where there are, players who have NBA experience, and we're hopeful, that he works hard and, earns, any minutes that he gets this year. And if he does that, and if he loves the game as much as we think he loves the game, we feel he has a chance to be a heck of a player in this league for a long time.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with saying earn your minutes. But there's a line that you have to draw in the sand. When you get certain players, they have to earn your respect, but they don't have to earn their minutes because you just put them out there and you let them go. So are you meaning to tell us that the first game we're going to see LaMelo on the bench when the game starts? Could that possibly be? Oh my gosh. Let's keep listening.
First of all, LaMelo, is not going to be given minutes, because he was drafted number 3. There are going to be expectations.
You got that right. There's going to be expectations on your organization. Why draft a guy that high and then say you're not going to give him minutes? Now, is he supposed to be proving this in the short month before the NBA starts in practice? Are you going to give him a month to see what he does during the drills, the warm-ups, and the scrimmages to see if he's dedicated, to see if he's that good? Or are you telling me that the first month the Charlotte Hornets is going to be benching LaMelo Ball? He's not going to be starting? You guys tell me in the comment section, does it make sense for them to say, just because you are the number 3 pick doesn't mean we got to give you minutes? Well, then what does it mean to go that high? Why did they have all these expectations on Lonzo then? It means something when you're drafted that high. It's high risk, high reward, because they actually are going to play. That's what it means to be drafted that high. But the Hornets, for whatever reason, right now, they're putting forth he's not all that and blah, blah. So they give him props and saying he's this good in passing, this good in transition. But, he's going to have to earn these minutes. We're not going to just give it to him. Sorry, guys, I don't agree with that. If you're drafted top 3, top 5, you are supposed to get minutes. It's the worst teams in the draft that are picking the best players in the draft because their teams have been garbage. That's how you got that high in the draft. So how could you say we're going to just keep going with what we've been doing, sticking with the same guys? They literally set up the draft so the bad teams can get the good players and now have a resurgence. But if you guys start the first month with LaMelo only getting 15 minutes a game, you guys are going to get booed. Now let's get back to what the general manager is saying.
And I think the kid's going to work hard, and I think he'll earn some minutes. But whatever he gets, he'll have to earn. And Devontae and Terry, I'm sure they will welcome him as a teammate, but they want to play, and they're going to compete. So whatever he gets, he will earn. Looking at today's game, there's a strong argument that the way we played this game 30 years ago is not the way we play this game today. And you could literally have, three ball handling guards, and LaMelo is 6'6". You could look at him as a point wing, perhaps. Who knows how it's going to play out. So, once again, I don't think there'll be any problem. You might look at that. You might look out on the court next year and see 5 players, under 6'7" on the court at the same time. So, there's no set, rules about who will play and who won't play and how big the players have to be and what positions they play. Clearly there's been a lot made the last year or two about positionless basketball in the NBA. So, he's a piece that we're excited about having. And, once again, when he gets here, he's going to work. And, that usually takes care of everything. If each player on this team works as hard as they can, that takes care of everything.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. He continues to talk about LaMelo earning minutes. Well, let's just say he already earned his place in the draft, top 3. So give him some respect for that alone. Next, he talks about Graham and Rozier, the other guards. I'm sorry, they are good enough to get you where you've gotten. Why are you worried about sharing the ball with them when you know what their work produces? We're talking about wins now. We're talking about playoffs. We know what their work does. It's time for some new blood. And get ready to unpack some guards anyway. Because when Lonzo is free of his contract, you could easily just send LeVar and LaMelo over there and go get Zoe. You don't need these other guys. You really want to go up and down? Wait till you see what G3 does in the G League. The guard's already set up. Just let LaMelo have a good rookie year. See, we all thought LaMelo would be rookie of the year if he goes to Charlotte. But the way this general manager is talking, we're not so sure. Now let's just hope that LaMelo gets there in the first 2 games. Within 15 minutes, the guy has 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 10 points. And they're like, all right, cool. We got to start playing him. And then we can put it behind us. But if that doesn't happen and they just want to share the ball around, everybody needs the ball. Everybody should be touching the ball. And they mess up LaMelo Ball, that is going to be a problem. Now, that was a general manager, so let's hear what the coach had to say. Is he going to piggyback on that, or does he have a little different take? Let's go.
To me, what the league is nowadays is playmakers. I mean, he's a guy that can rebound at his position. He's got size. He's a great outlet guy. He can bring it on his own. He sees the floor. His kick-ahead game is elite. He's going to start a number of our fast breaks. And the ball is going to be in all our guys' hands. It's not just going to be in LaMelo's hands. It's going to be in Devontae's, Terry's, Miles, PJ. This is an offense where the ball's moving. He's an elite ball mover. He wants to share the ball, move the ball. Nothing's going to change. He's just elite playmaking for other people. And the shot's going to be fine. Watching him last week, I feel very comfortable with him as a shooter. That's only going to improve in our program. Just like all our guys, he's got a development program that we're going to be committed to. He's going to grow. His body's going to change. He's got to get stronger and more physical, and he's going to do that. He's committed to his craft. So, ultimately, we're a team that moves the ball, that shares the ball. He fits exactly what we're trying to do.
Before I get to the grievances, I want to say one thing. He saw LaMelo Ball shot, and he said he liked it, and he didn't think it was a problem. So there's the good news of this interview, that they're going to let LaMelo Ball use his shot that he's been working with his whole life and been perfecting during the quarantine season. But now let's get back to the problems. You want everybody to be touching the ball? The coach says, we don't need change. We're going to do the same thing we've been doing. Well, if you do the same thing you always do and you want a different result, what is that called? They call that the definition of insanity. You got to change something. Let's hope that LaMelo Ball gets there and is infectious and changes the culture, and he's not too locked down. Because I'm going to tell you folks, I don't want to have LeVar to have to step in and start saying something. But guess what, guys? If we see LaMelo riding the bench and coming in the game and not getting good touches, how long do you think LeVar can sit idle? How long could I sit idle? Guys, we better hope and pray that they see something in practice with LaMelo Ball where they say, oh, we at least got to give him 25 minutes to start off. At least. Let's hope that happens. This is very concerning. We have to watch. Guys, let's watch this closely. And I'm going to cover it here on Ball Facts. So go to shopballfacts.com to get your hoodies and your hats. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ball Facts again. Peace.